Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Arrow Sensei here, wanting to wish everyone watching a good morning and or good evening. Now, we're going to take a little detour off my normal anime train, and we're going to talk about probably my most favorite character in all of Genshin Impact, and that's the Crux Captain, Beidou. Now, as we go through this video, as you'll see, I'm not rocking any type of crazy, amazing artifacts. I'm just rocking your normal two-piece Gladiator Finale and two-piece Noblesse Oblige. I'm rocking the Electro Damage Goblet on her also. But other than that, I'm not rocking anything amazing to put up any super big numbers like your normal Genshin tubers do. But either way, even with that being said, I just want to show just how amazing Beidou can be. Now, you just saw my artifacts. Now we'll go to the constellations. I'm rocking C6 Beidou, which I've had since the start of the game. Talents, I'm rocking 8, 13, 12. I'm working on that last talent level for her elemental burst. But either way, I wanted to give some light to my girl Beidou, because it seems like all everyone talks about is big PP damage numbers, all the 5 stars that come out, or all the 5 stars that you have already been out, which is all well and good and all, but I'm trying to show what someone who may either just got started or may not have all these crazy 5 stars, what a 4-star can do. Granted, I think she's the top of the list when it comes to 4 stars, but you know, whatever. She's my favorite character, so she's about to get some spotlight. What I find so amazing about Beidou is that she's just one above the pack. I mean, from everything from her design to how her elemental skill and burst works and how to actually properly use her is just different from everybody else. You know, I'm not just sitting here. I could take a razor into a battle and, you know, I just, boom, proc the burst and boom, all I gotta do is attack. I mean, Beidou does take some finessing to get her, you know, right, but I think it's well worth it in the long run, because she's just so fun to play. Like I said, I think her elemental skill and burst is just unique compared to everybody else's. But either way, like I said, she's about to get some spotlight today. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is her design. I mean, if you look at just about every character, look at the characters on the screen, just every one of them, just by the clothes and color scheme alone, you can pretty much tell who runs with what element or what affinity they run. You got Ganyu on the left. She's all blue, so I'm just going to assume that she's either water or cryo. Same with the Barbara. Same with Kaya. But also within her same element, Electro, you got Fischl. She's covered from head to toe in purple. Lisa, the same way. Who else is in the Electro? Razor, him not so much. You know, he's a little different, but I don't really care about Razor. You got, who did I say? Fischl. I said, I got Fischl, I got Lisa, and I'm just drawing a blank right now. Either way, you know what I'm talking about. Pretty much every character from head to toe, their theme is going to be the elemental affinity that they're tied to. But not Beidou. She's covered in head to toe with red, with some black stocking-like things. Now, yeah, she's got like a purple undertone under that little jacket dress thing that she wears. But other than that, and the vision hanging off her waist, you wouldn't know what element. I mean, you would think she was pyro just based off all the red. But no. She, like I said, she's a cut above the rest. And I'm just glad that MiHoYo actually looked like they put some time into actually creating a memorable design and everything. And I just think it's amazing. But I'm not going to keep talking about that. She's different from everybody else, and that's that. Another thing that I absolutely love about Beidou is the lore on how she got her vision. If you haven't read it yet, I would implore you to just pause the game whenever you get on, look it up online. You know, you find it anywhere, and just read the lore. I mean, just a quick Cliff Note version of it. She was a little kid, heard a story about Rex Lapis destroying some evil sea monster or whatnot, and she wanted to meet a big sea monster fish thing too. After she got her crew and everything, and one day she got her wish. Big old Leviathan type dragonfish deity thing came out called Haishan. We'll call him Haishan. And they battled with that thing for 4 whole days. And after they got it all tied down, I'm assuming, she battled it some more for 10 more hours. And I guess they took like a little smoke break or whatnot, but she was perched up on top of the prow on her boat. And around sunset, the wind and the waters just stopped moving. And for some, she got some sort of thing in her head that now was the time to strike. She cut this dragonfish deity thing's head off, and then boom, she got her vision. Now that was just Cliff Note version, but if you want to know it, you can find it inside the game. Either way, I just think that's amazing. Just a regular human taking down an entire dragonfish deity. I just think it's awesome. I mean, this thing was supposed to be its fins were supposed to fill the seas, and I think its tail was the size of a mountain or whatnot. And you got a regular old human. Granted, she had a little bit of help, but you know, we ain't gonna count them. Just took this thing down, just chopped its head off. Boom. One strike. But I just think that's amazing. So I just think that's one more aspect of her that sets her above everybody else. Her gameplay, the way she attacks. I mean, she has her elemental skill. Is that the right terminology? Am I saying elemental skill, or is it called something else in Genshin? Not quite sure, but either way, we're going to call it elemental skill. Her backlash wave. Her tide collar ability. But for the sake of this video, we're going to call it the backlash wave. 1, because it sounds cooler, and 2, because this is my video. But either way, her backlash wave is probably, at least out of the characters I played, the most unique mechanic in the game out of the characters I actually got. I mean, you sit here, create a shield, and you can either do a perfect parry or you just hold it and get hit twice, and boom. You have the maximum damage potential that move can dish out. And instead of either sitting there and accidentally getting hit or getting beat up by these helitrolls and all these other random monsters, you boom, put that shield up, let them hit that bad boy twice. They about to feel it. And now I ain't got to feel like I'm going around just beating up random helitrolls and stuff and just feel like a bully. At least now I could say that, hey, they hit me first. I can't help that, you know, I defended myself. But it's whatever. Look at this big old guy in the background. But either way, I just think that the tide collar, as they call it, but the backlash wave is freaking awesome. I mean, if I'm in a pinch and I ain't got my elemental burst up, boom, I can hit that move and block at least most of the damage. Or use that move to negate some of the damage that I might be taking. But I think that's freaking amazing ability. Like I said, it's one of the most unique mechanics in the entire game as far as elemental skills. Her elemental burst on that hand might not be as unique, but what's it called? It's called, we're going to call it the Chidori Hot Potato, because that's basically what it is. Throwing lightning from one person, which bounces to another, and it goes on and on and on. Which not only Beidou can use, but you can also switch out to other characters to use it, which I think is freaking awesome. Because, yeah, other characters can have their elemental burst still be on screen when the original character who put it out is gone, but you know, Electro is my favorite affinity, at all out of the nature affinities, and Beidou is my favorite character. So I'm just gonna call this one the coolest ability in the game. And like I said, it's just freaking amazing. I mean, you can switch out to a water character, Hydro, and do electro charge reactions. Is it electro charge for water and electro? Not sure, but you know what I'm talking about. And I just think it's amazing that you can use Beidou's burst with every character, outside of Radiant Shogun, and just increase the damage potential of either your main DPS or another carry that you got on your team. And I just think that's amazing. And out of all the 4-star characters that are currently available in Genshin Impact, like I said, she sits above all other 4-star characters. I don't care if it's Razor, Sucrose, Lisa, Traveler. You're going in the 4-star section, even though you got 5 stars, until you prove me wrong. And just about every other character in the game. I mean, like I said, I might be biased, which I am. Like I said, Electro's my favorite affinity, and Beidou's my favorite character. But I still think with her mechanics, the way she fights, the fact that you have to take damage a little bit to bring out your highest damage potential and all that, I think that's just it adds another level to the play style than just your normal get your character, go find somebody and beat them up. But either way, now is she perfect? No, not in the long run. She's not perfect. And if MiHoYo would give me a little bit of power and allow me to change her up one day, there's a few things I'd change. For one, that backlash wave, I definitely have to put a little twerking on there. Now, going by lore, as unique and amazing as it is, it could definitely use some buffing to it. Now, I'm not here to try to balance the game. I'm not here to say, no, that would put her in 5-star territory if you changed it like that, blah, 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 blah. No. I'm about to tell y'all what I would change to make my favorite character even better. Now, as great as the backlash wave is, like I said, it needs some buffing. Now, in lore, in Genshin Impact, from the NPCs that see you running around beating up these silly trolls all the time, to all the other characters that you interact with in lore and in that world, you're probably one of the most powerful characters in all of Genshin Impact, or in all of Tibet, and Liyue and Inazuma and all those other places that I'm probably butchering the names to. You took down a dragonfish deity the size of a mountain, the tail the size of a mountain, the fins that fill the entire seas. You chopped its head off with one hit. There is no reason why, if you doing that inside the game, that these hilly trolls or anything like that, one, should even want to attack you, but two, you hit your backlash wave, it should kill everything on the screen. That thing definitely needs a bump up. Especially when you get these higher world levels. These hilly trolls, even the small ones, they just get tanky. I don't want to have to hit one 5, 6, 7 times. Yeah, I could hit it with my backlash wave and everything, but, sometimes they get a little scared when they see Beidou, and they don't exactly attack when they're supposed to attack. And I ain't sitting there trying to, analyze every animation they do to always just get a perfect parry. I just want to play the game and have fun. But like I said, you're one of the most powerful characters in all of the Genshin Impact world, lore-wise. So, just swinging your sword should be able to kill just about every enemy in that world, besides maybe your world bosses and monsters, or and other vision-induced characters. So, I would definitely increase the backlash wave. I'm sitting, especially with the unique mechanic that it does have, I would definitely, if you were to get hit and do a perfect parry, I would change it to where it would multiply the damage you received. So if you got hit by random attack and it did 1,000 damage, but you was able to do a perfect parry, I think 10% of your attack power should be multiplied to that damage and given back out. So 10% of 1,000 would be 100. So if you theoretically got 2,500 attack power, 2,500 times 100, and let that be the damage dealt when you do a perfect parry. Like I said, will it make her too powerful? I don't care about that. Like I said, in the lore, in the world that she roams in, lives in, sails the open seas in, she literally took down, like I said, dragonfish deity. So she's strong by herself. So having her actual elemental skill reflect that, or even a little bit of that, fighting just about every other monster in the game besides maybe your bosses, it'd be nice to be able to kill them with just one move. And as far as her elemental burst, I mean, that one's pretty good by itself, I won't lie, but I'd still change up something. I mean, it costs 80 energy, people, and it take a while to it got a long cooldown in my opinion. So that's my ultimate ability that I'm pulling all the stops out for, and to throw at these enemies, bad guys, blah blah blah. I'm gonna need that bad boy to do a little bit more damage. Now, nothing crazy, but every time it bounces from one enemy to another, I think it should do an additional 5% more damage. If it bounces to another 5% more damage, and let it keep going and keep going. Like I said, that's your ultimate skill. And in her world, she's one of the most powerful characters in all of Genshin Impact. So if she's pulling out her ultimate skill, then I think it should reflect that. They want to make all these bosses, super tanky and everything like that. Okay, well, don't know what to tell you. Better not put two of them on my screen, or they ain't gonna last long. All in all, I just wanted to give my girl Beidou a little bit of screen time. Like I said, is she the best character, the most powerful, the most fastest, the one with the that could help the team the most, or all this other stuff? No. Is she my favorite character, and does her attack mechanics and skill mechanics and stuff favor the way my playstyle is? Yeah. And if you don't have Beidou, I hope that in the future you'll be able to come across a Beidou and use her, and I hope you fall in love with her just like I did. And if you already do have Beidou, put down in the comments how amazing you think she is. If you don't think she's amazing, tell me why. But other than that, I want to go ahead and end this video here. I want to thank everyone who sat and watched this to the end. No, I was rumbling. Not enough 4 stars actually get time on the big screen, so I wanted to show a little bit of love to my Beidou fans by putting this video out. And until next time, guys, later. Oh, and before I forget, if you're an anime fan, feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have a few videos discussing the different categories of anime and the different genres inside there. I have another video discussing the issue that I find with all 12 episode anime. And I also got a sneak peek at me doing a first time gameplay of Elden Ring. P.S. That game is too hard, but I plan on continuing it anyway because it is a visually amazing game and I'm always up for a challenge. But either way, feel free to check out the other videos. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and have a great rest of your day or night.